What up, though? LK the Leprechaun, back at it. This video is going to be about movie Sound of Freedom. Let's get it. Sound of Freedom. Real quick, if you've never heard of this movie or you heard about it, haven't seen it, whatever, I recommend everyone to go see it. Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom is a 2023 American crime thriller film directed and co-written by Alejandro Monteverde and starring Jim Caviezel, Mira, Sorvino, and Bill Camp. Caviezel plays Tim Ballard, a former U.S. government agent who embarks on a mission to rescue children from sex traffickers in Colombia. It is produced by Eduardo Verástegui, who also plays a role in the film. The plot centers around Ballard's Operation Underground Railroad, an anti-sex trafficking organization. The film was released on July 4th, 2023 by Angel Studios. It was a sleeper hit, becoming one of the most successful independent films in history. It has grossed $234 million against a $14.5 million budget. It received mixed to negative reviews from critics, while audience reception has been highly positive. Well, that's crazy. $14.5 million budget, and it's grossed over $234 million in the independent film. That is insane. Talk about God is good. And by the way, this film, Sound of Freedom, is based on a true story. Like I talk about this U.S. government agent, Tim Ballard. Look him up. He got lots of interviews on the internet. Look him up. Good dude. Interesting. Moving on. In Honduras. This is like the set of the movie. In Honduras. Takes place in Honduras. Roberto, a poor father of two, is approached by a former beauty queen, Giselle. She offers to sign his young children, Miguel and Rocio, to child modeling contracts. He accepts and takes them to the photo shoot. When he returns to pick up his children, a couple hours later, they're gone. It is revealed that the children were sold to be used as sex slaves. Sound of Freedom was inspired by the work of Tim Ballard, the founder of the Operation Underground Railroad, which is an anti-trafficking nonprofit. Work on the script began in 2015. Ballard had personally requested that Jim Caviezel portray him because he had an impressive performance as Edmond Dantes in The Count of Monte Cristo. Caviezel has stated that he considers Sound of Freedom the second most important film he has ever appeared in, ranking it behind his starring role as Jesus Christ in The Passion of the Christ. This film was completed in 2018, and distribution deal was made with Latin American subsidiary of 20th Century Fox. So they started this in 2015. It was completed in 2018. And it just came out 2023. When the studio was purchased by the Walt Disney Company, it shelved the film. Subsequently, the filmmakers bought the distribution rights back from the studio. That's something I heard with Walt Disney. The Disney Company had this film and didn't do nothing with it. They didn't want it getting out. That's crazy to think about. Verástegui approached Angel Studios with the release rights. Angel presented the film to an online group of 100,000 investors in its past projects called the Angel Guild, which gave it a yes vote within days. In 2023, Angel Studios had acquired the worldwide distribution rights with a planned release during the second half of 2023. In May of the same year, it received a release date of July 4th, 2023. And that crazy Sound of Freedom, and it came out on 4th of July, which is supposed to be the Independence Day for the United States of America. Talk about symbolism. Angel used equity crowdfunding to raise the funds needed to distribute and market the film. 7,000 people invested, allowing Angel to meet its $5 million goal in 2 weeks. They also encouraged patrons to pay it forward to allow people who might not otherwise see the film to watch it in theaters for free. Sound of Freedom is Angel Studios' second theatrical release after his only son. On July 26, Angel Studios confirmed that Sound of Freedom would be released in 23 international markets throughout 2023. The film was released in the UAE on August 17th, in South Africa, Iceland, and Lithuania on August 18th, in Australia and New Zealand on August 24th. The film has been released in Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Belize, Panama, Colombia, Venezuela, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Costa Rica, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, Herzegovina on August 31st. In addition, the film was released in the United Kingdom and Ireland on September 1st and will be released in Spain on October 11th. So it's being released all over the world: Europe, North America, South America, Africa. That's crazy. Critical responses on the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes. 58% of 79 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating of 5.9 out of 10. The website's consensus reads, Sound of Freedom is an effective and suspenseful call to action against human trafficking, yet not free of issues in its depiction of the sensitive subject matter. This is a good movie. I don't care what any critics say. This movie is a great movie, 10 out of 10. Go watch it. You got children, go watch it. It's a good movie for young children to watch, to be aware. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 36 out of 100, based on 11 critics, indicating generally unfavorable reviews. Variety's Owen Gleiberman gave the film a positive review, writing, "Let's assume that, like me, you're not a right-wing fundamentalist conspiracy theorist looking for a dark faith-based suspense film to see over the holiday weekend. Even then, you didn't hold extreme beliefs to experience Sound of Freedom as a compelling movie that shines an authentic light on one of the crucial criminal horrors of our time, one that Hollywood has mostly shied away from." And that's crazy. That's what a lot of these, people that are pro-pedo or, weird liberal, you know what I'm saying? They're calling it a right-wing conspiracy, all types of weird stuff. But if you look at the facts, in the United States alone, over almost 1 million children go missing a year. Where are the children at? And that's just in one country. What about the world? The Detroit News, Adam Graham, also gave a positive review. Even as the film's pacing starts to thud, its work has been done competently, if not altogether artfully. Sometimes obvious works just fine. Go Detroit, go Adam, my Detroit neighbors. Film Threats, Alan recommended the film, writing, "Sound of Freedom is almost as if you're listening to Tim Ballard tell his incredible story of rescuing children and having it dramatized on screen. It's heartfelt, informative, and inspiring." National Review's Madeleine Kearns called the film provocative and gripping, adding that it reminds us that as long as children are being abused, no matter where they are or how many there are, the rest of us ought to care. Faith-based reviews were largely positive. As of October 12th, 2023, The Sound of Freedom has grossed $184 million in the United States and Canada, and $50.4 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $234.4 million. It is the 9th highest grossing film of 2023 in the United States and Canada. By late August 2023, it was considered one of the history's most successful independent films. The film was released in the United States on July 4th, 2023. Prior to its release, the film sold $10 million in ticket pre-sales at 2,626 theaters. According to Film, the film received little coverage in the mainstream media leading up to its release. Originally, Sound of Freedom was projected to gross 11 to 15 million over its first week of release, with some estimates reaching $20 million. The film grossed $14.2 million on its first day of release, $3.6 million on its second, and $3.5 million on its third, for a Tuesday to Thursday total of $21.3 million, raising 6-day estimates to $36 million. It went on to make $18.2 million in its opening weekend, with a 6-day total of $40.2 million, finishing third at the box office. The film, highly positive reviews from viewers, at one point holding a rare audience score of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes for several months. Multiple outlets and moviegoers have reported theaters claiming to be sold out, though seats in the auditorium were empty. Some attribute this to the pay it forward sales by Angel Studios. A message at the end of the film urges viewers to buy an extra ticket for someone who would not otherwise be able to see the film, suggesting many of the extra tickets were left unused, resulting in almost empty, sold-out shows and unoccupied seats. Others claim that the theaters have been trying to discourage moviegoers by marketing seats as sold. Angel Studios has stated that these claims are inaccurate, but who really knows? I've seen people on the internet say they went to see The Sound of Freedom and the power was off, the air conditioning didn't work, or the movie screen would shut off or glitch in the middle of the film. People also reported just the movie theater being uncomfortable, whether it's too hot, too cold. It seems like there was definitely a force of energy trying to keep people from seeing this movie, but God prevails. It broke records. I seen this movie, Sound of Freedom. I seen it 2, maybe 3 times. I seen it. I took my daughter to go see it, and I took my nieces and my nephews to go see it. So I've definitely seen it at least twice, and I would see it again. Drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Let me know. Have you seen it? Have you heard of it? If you have seen it, what do you think of it? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you on the next one. Much love, peace, blessings, and much gratitude. And remember, God's children are not for sale.